First, I want to say thank you, all my subscribers. I see it's growing. My goal is to reach many of subscribers, and I want you to know that I am trying my best. And sometimes YouTube give you the impression that you're not doing a good job. I don't know what it is that I'm not doing right, or maybe the topic is not right for you. I would like to, know more what you would like to hear. I guess no one wants to hear about the nurse's life, or maybe I am too raw. So I was just thinking that maybe I should, decrease my appearance less on, be less active on YouTube, because I'm seeing that I'm not getting anywhere. I'm trying to be honest about nursing life and what we go through, and it seemed like I guess YouTube have a way of making you feel less than. I guess I had joined this. It was free. I don't know if I want to give them any advertisement. Anyway, it was one of those things that it would tell you how your YouTube, your own personal YouTube, what it's, how does other people see it. And every time they would give me the report, it says my site is not going anywhere. And it can be discouraging at times, because you just sit in front of a camera and you just talk. But what I want to take you to take it away, I'm trying to be, and I know that what I'm saying to you, there is some audience out there that wanted to understand, or may feel that as a nurse they can't talk about certain topics and how they're feeling. No one wants to discuss it, and that's where I come in, and I want to relate to you, and I want to encourage you a little. So the other day I was thinking, oh gee, Patrice, you're not getting anywhere. I mean, you're still stag in this rut. um and I looked at various YouTubers, and I see that unless my topic is dating interracial, have an interracial a white husband, I get millions of views. Or if I'm doing some kind of crazy pranks, crazy jokes. And sometimes I wonder if these other YouTubers, are they telling the truth? Or I can't talk about the celebrities. They talk about the celebrity and they get a lot of views. So I'm not going to make up any subject. I try to stay within my limits of what I know, what I'm honestly saying. If any time that you feel that I'm telling not the truth, then I suggest, and I want you to tell me, hey Patrice, this is not what goes on in nursing. And I'm not only talking about nursing, what goes on pertaining to life struggle, especially what I'm dealing with in Atlanta. And the other day, I must say, I got a email or a comment, but it didn't make the page. I don't know what happened. I guess she decided to delete it. But it's sad that people can be so hateful, can be so evil, can be so wicked. She started talking about me, how I looked, and in a negative way, fat shaming, to be specific. I'm comfortable within myself, and I was going to respond to her that it was sad that she had to take it to that level. So there's a lot of people on YouTube, I think they're YouTubers because I did check, that are very evil. That's how I see them, that you're going to attack. I'm not playing the attacking game. I'm just talking about issues in nursing that I think people would like to know. And if I'm not. So here it is. I'm just venting right now. So let's get started. Your license suspended. Nurse can't work because their license is suspended. What type of things do you think that could get your license suspended? I just saw a beautiful butterfly. I wish you could see it. Oh, and then I saw this bug. Anyway, my nursing license taken away. Have you heard that before? Don't let it happen, please. We all make mistakes. Sometimes we get in situation that we did not expect it. But when the board of nursing come knocking at your door, or they may not knock, the board of nursing, seriously, is like the IRS. Don't forget this. I'm going to repeat it again. The board of nurses is like the IRS. Take notice. Don't put off what they mail to you. Do not just throw it away. It's garbage. Never gonna do nothing to me. No. Okay, so you're a nurse and you're required to have certain CEU. I'm looking at my dog. He's acting strange. What happened, sweetie? Sorry. Continue Education Unit. That's what it's called. CEU. And what it is credit. It's credit of doing different programs. Teachers have it. I believe lawyers have it. It's accredited program that you may take that will enhance your career. You want to keep your practice up to date, so you need to, always have these CEU. One CEU, is equivalent to 10 contact hours. What does that mean to you, nurses, new nurses? It means 60 minutes participating in class or continuing courses, instructive course, like your BLS that you need to have every 2 years, renewable. That's 4 credits of CEU. But the requires credited, and Georgia just started, and you need 30 credits for this state for 2 years. Most state is 30 credits per every 2 years, depending on how often they renew your license. With the exception, that's what I saw, is 20 CEU for Texas. If it changed, Texas nurse, just leave a comment and let me know. But usually it's 30 every 2 years. 30 CEU you must have every 2 years. And it must be board approved, nursing approved. The board of nursing must approve these courses. That means if you take a course with your sister-in-law about how to put a Band-Aid on, and she said, I will send that to the board that you did a Band-Aid study, or you listened to me talking about nursing, and she said you did 30 credits, 30 CEU, and she give you a letter. That is not approved. That is not accredited. So there are several. You can get free CEU because they are costly. Someplace they're costly. The one I have online, and I bought the big package that I can see all the states. Since I'm a travel nurse and I go to every state, I make sure have their requirement for their CEU in that state. And I'll tell you an incident why this CEU will come back to haunt you. Nurses, please take heed and listen. A friend of mine, Nevada, and I did have Nevada license, and I let it go because I'm not going to work there. If I can easily renew it, but I've been doing their CEU even though I don't have their license, and that's another thing you can do. You continue to CEU if your license lapse. it's an easier way for you to get back into nursing, because they can look at it and say, even though her license lapsed for Nevada, she's been continue keeping up with CEU in the state, and then you go to the requirement they want. It may be a little easier for you. So a friend of mine have Nevada license, and she did not do the CEU. When it was time, and that's how they catch you. What they do is they audit you. They could do it different ways. They audit you. When you decide you want to renew your license, they need proof. So your sister that put the Band-Aid or give you a lesson in nursing, give you a letter, when they look at it, she's not a approved program. She doesn't have a accreditation. So they will deny it. And you would have to prove that you have 30 CEU in 2 years. That's why it's important to join one of those free sites. And you just take classes every now and then. It's pretty easy. So she didn't do any CEU. This is in Nevada. I don't think she do any CEU, period. But what Nevada did was suspended her license. That got the ball rolling. It just rolled. It was like, you know those dominoes. People put these dominoes a different level, and one kid come and knock it down, and the dominoes just kept rolling into every state that she belonged to. And now I have over 20 something license. Now, if one person set it off, then they all affected. So when she went to her original state, which was Pennsylvania, they wouldn't give her a license because they said when it was time for, she had Pennsylvania license, but when it was time to renew, she couldn't. She went to California. No, because you did not do CEU, and Nevada set it off by suspending your license. You're going to have to take care of this first before. You cannot come into traveling nursing because we can't let you work because your license has something on it. So it's very important for you to just think. The Board of Nursing is like the IRS. You need to know that, and you need to act and do what they say on that letter. If they give you a court date, go there. That's what she had to do. Go there. I'm not sure if her situation is clear right now, but I know when I talked to her, she was telling me about it. I asked her why you can't, because we were a travel buddy. She explained it to me, and it just said she has to go from state. I do believe she said it's clear with Nevada, but she still has to clear it with all the other state. And it's like, costs a lot of money to keep doing this. And then the only way you're going to do it fast is to get a lawyer. And you know what that means. So keep those CEU. Every state has certain requirement. Every state have a mandatory course, and I think that's what she missed and didn't do. Just like I tell you, one of the mandatory courses, New York City, you must do child abuse class. Just like Pennsylvania has it now, the requirement, you must take that child abuse class. Another one is when there's different courses. They have course of mental health. They have course for med-surg nurses. It just a various. I take various courses. As a matter of fact, anybody giving a free course, I take it, because that additional CEU that I could use at the end of the year. But I'm not just taking anybody course. I'm taking it from an accredited program that when the New York child abuse course, I took it online, and that CEU, I didn't have to print out anything. As a matter of fact, my New York license up soon in October. So I've already taken the course. It's automatically online. The program that I'm in, They already send it to New York. They send it to Pennsylvania, and my license was automatically renewed. But I have to renew New York, so they'll see that I did it. The board asks you, because they're all going high tech online now. So they know if you do that CEU. They're going to ask you that. And if you don't, you can't prove it. So I like the online program because they keep a record. I can't keep all these paperwork. I was printing out paperwork, and then when they ask you for it, you got to scan it and upload it. They let the company, the online company, keep the record for you, and then you just send it, or they send it. It's pretty easy. They all connected to the board of nursing, so they know what they're doing. So when they audit you, or when you go to renew your license, that's how they can catch it. You have to have proof that you did 30 credits in 2 years. So if you get a warning, threaten your license, public discipline. When I say public discipline, because I can pull up an RN or an LPN by her name. She says she has a license. I can pull up her name, look at her license, see why her license was suspended. Anybody can do that. And it's all display. I don't really like some of the information, but it's all display. If she has issue, medical error, anything, it's there. And this may prevent you from working in every state, believe it or not. Every state you cannot work. So you need to comply with the requirement that the board will send you a note that maybe you have to appear in court. You got to get results. Don't blame. Don't play the blame game, please. It's not the board's fault. It's not my fault. It's your fault. You need to keep up the records, and you need to comply. It's everywhere, every state, the CEU. It can be costly. Your job, believe it or not, should be able to give you free CEUs. Whenever you take those classes, ask them if it's accredited. If they're accredited. I know for travel agency, the travel agency I am with, they have a site where you can get free CEU. I never use it, but because I'm already signed up with a company that I'm comfortable with, and I get all my CEU, and it goes to the board that I'm complying with. All these states, I'm complying. And when Vermont, I just got, if they had a mandatory course, and I took it right away. My license in Washington State is coming up. Massachusetts in September. I've already done the CEU, because don't try to do it now. Your license come and you know you didn't do anything, so you're going to try to do 30 in this month in June. They look at all that, so spread it out. You have 2 years to complete 30 CEU. One CEU is 60 minutes, 1 hour. Take 1 hour to do that online class, please. It's not even going to take you 1 hour. Don't get caught up. Don't get hangry. Who's to blame? Whose fault? Nobody's fault but your own. When your license gets suspended, you don't want that to happen. That's your livelihood. Remember that. That's your livelihood. You don't want to go back making minimum wage. You a nurse. It's part of your professional requirement to continue education, your CEU. So that's it. You have to do it. No if and but. If you like this video, please support me. Please share. Please subscribe. Hit the bell so that I get recognition on YouTube. Have a wonderful day, night in your country.